Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now, as said in my previous video, we are gonna cover all the nitty-gritty and detail in regards to the National Innovation Visa. Now, today's video will focus on the Tier 1 priorities, the sectors. So we'll go in there and we'll also talk about the detailed criteria, and we will also go through the expression of interest form. So you know that there has been quite a little bit of an increase of the criteria. That may mean a lot of previous global talent applicants might not meet the criteria anymore. So let's have a look and go in there. If you wanted to have the generic and general information about NIV, I've done a previous video. You may want to just basically go into our channel and just search NIV. You may be able to find that straight away. All right, so let's jump straight to the priority sector, the Tier 1 priority sector there. So we will not talk about the Tier 2 priority. We'll have that in another video just to explain everything. So everything is all separate, so people don't need to just jam-packed up with all different things all together, because there's too much information there. Now, the Tier 1 means it's compared to Tier 2. What is the difference? It means it's more prioritized compared to the Tier 2 sectors. So if you're in the critical technology sector compared to somebody from the agri-food, agri-tech, now who will immigration pick first? Well, pretty obvious, will be critical technology. So that's where the prioritization that's going to be set up already for this NIV visa. All right, so critical technology, let's go through a little bit of detail. I'll do a little bit of explanations so everybody will have more information there. So potential transformation or enabling technology, this including artificial intelligence, advanced robotic and cybersecurity technology. This sector includes but not limited to, all right, so not limited to, that means, but I think most of them has already covered. It means, this policy or this law may go for another 2 or 3 years. By 2025 or by 2026 they may be a new tech which maybe expanded from quantum, expanded from robotic, things like that. But I think most of this will cover it. So the first one is advanced information and communication technology. So I think this is a little bit mixed with the blockchain, but rather than having in the financial sector, so the advanced information and the communication technology probably is talking about, for example, more in not just software, because blockchain is software, but more into perhaps hardwares, for example 6G. It's more secure. In the future, once the Donald Trump is officially the president, I think they'll introduce the so-called the clean communication or clean technology. So that means more secure, and these advanced technology could also include or satellite communication, things like this. So I'm just gonna give you a more example what they actually meant. Okay, advanced manufacturing and material technology. So that will be something like semiconductor sector, chip making, material. There are a lot of chemical and gas material, mixed, compound material from all different kind of minerals in order to actually enhance and input into the semiconductor manufacturing procedures. So that's what it's talking about. And also it may utilize into for example, a lot of things in the EV, electric vehicle, space tech. There's a lot of advanced material required there because it's got to be fitting to somewhere that's high temperature or very low temperature, and the material is still functional. So that's what it's talking about. Now, artificial intelligence, that's pretty easy. A lot of people already know about this. It's been out there. So ChatGPT and things like robotic and things, all the artificial intelligent tech, you can see it. AI drawing, ChatGPT drawing. There's a lot of them now. They're making movies now, videos now. You can ask the AI to just do a video now. So all these kind of tech included. Autonomous system, EV or unmanned driving. I think by Olympic they want to have some drone taxi, things like that. I'm not gonna take my life as to try the drone taxi, but something like this. It's going on. Biotech, pretty straightforward, explanatory. Clean energy, so that's and the storage technology, so that's all the solar power, wind turbine. I'm not too sure if they want to include nuclear, but or nuclear is a clean, probably not. And the storage tech, because Australia's huge, it's big. If you want to if you have store hydrogen or the other kind of energies or solar power into electricity. Now, if you want to transfer straight away from miles and miles or kilometers away, a lot of energy will be wasted. So the storage tech is very crucial for the energy transportations there. Cybersecurity, that's pretty straightforward. Australia has been hacked, Medibank being hacked, Optus being hacked, all the large corporation in Australia in the last 3 or 5 years has been hacked. So cybersecurity is huge. Quantum tech, it's very niche. It's about the quantum computings, and it's there's not much of explanation or expansion on the quantum, but there's a computer being derived there. Photonic is basically using the light as the speed of transferring. There has been a utilization on this into very tiny chips. So all the new NVIDIA's chips, they are using a photonic technology to transfer data, because the volume of AI computerization is just huge. They cannot use or utilize the old way using copper as an electric line to actually transfer things anyway. So photonic, and that will be utilizing a lot of other utilization and new technology. Robotic is pretty straightforward, explanatory. Robots, positioning, timing, and sensing technology. I think this is more into the space tech. They need to be very precise. How about in the biotech? When you're doing using robot as a surgeon, arms of hands, this kind of stuff. And they also are using into some construction things as well. So these will be, and sensing technology, that you can sense the air, you can sense the light, you can sense anything. Remember, if you start your smartphone nowadays, everything is sensing technology in there. The smartphone panel, they dimmed during nighttime, right? You notice that's sensing, because they know it's nighttime, and they dim the light, or they enhance the brightness when you're in a sunlight situation. That's all sensing. And also our earphones, right? The Apple earbuds, they are sensing. They also, if they know there's a noise, they cut down the noise by cut some part of the noise wavelength. That's all sensing. So that's all sensing technology, is giving a example there. Now renewable, it's a little bit of cross with the clean energy there. Renewable, so biomethane, so we already know this. They're turning the bio stuff into energy. Okay, circular economy, that's a little bit different. They recycle the wastes, and then they turn it back into the required material required. Clean energy, see, that's the same as buff there. Emission reduction, so how you can actually reduce, probably a better engine, better better mechanics or how they can actually make the emission reduce. Green metal, that's all about using green tech to produce material, for example, steel or hydrogen. Now, currently hydrogen has been produced a lot. They call it gray hydrogen. They wanted to turn into blue and ultimately turning into green hydrogen. That means they're using everything from, for example, solar or wind to actually turn things. Low carbon liquid fuel, processing refined critical mineral. So that's critical mineral that's what I just talked about. Perhaps steel, green steel. They're using green energy to refine steel. That's what it meant. Renewable energy generation, that's solar and things like that. Transmission, distribution, storage, that's the same. So that's really crossing the sectors there, and waste to energy technology. So turning, for example, they have been technology turning with the waste tires, the tires from your car into fuel. So that's something like that, and they can burn the thing, not with the pollution, but turn it into energy and then turn it into electricity. All right, the health industry is pretty straightforward, explanatory. So it's all the tech it requires in the health. It's going to a lot of the medical researches and things, biochemistry, biotech. So that's all what you can see. And the infectious disease prevention. So we have just gone through a pandemic, so you will know things like the pharmaceutical, precision medicine, medical science, manufacturing, therapeutic products. So that's things like that. So that's for the tier 1 priority sector. Now I'm gonna turn you into not just you work or you have career profession in those tier 1 sector. You really need to meet these. I'm gonna do a specific video on this so-called exceptional outstanding achievement. So this is just within the same page, and you may want to have a little I've done a generic explanation, but I will do a more specific explanation in a specific video there. But you really need to meet those criteria reference. That's not it's not limited to all this, but it's a reference. That means criteria is more out there for NIV compared to GTI. So you really need to check out this. If you only have a career in those sector solely, and you don't have any of these below, then you probably won't even get invited. That's what this is all about. Now I'm also gonna show you the expression of interest form. So again, it matches to the criteria, the exceptional, this exceptional outstanding achievement criteria. So the differences between this one compared to the global talent is you fill up your ID and they ask you about your nationality and also your area of achievement sector. Then they start to ask you all these criteria, okay? Your qualification, your titles, official name and education. And they look at this, they start asking you, are you in the top field? Have you received any grants? Have you got any high-ranked international journal at least 3 years? So if have you done any publication? What is your H index? International recognized intellectual property? Do you have any patents? Things like this. They are getting more detailed information they require. So it's not just like the form from Global Talent where it doesn't they give you all the boxes for you to actually describe it, but now they want the specific detail there. So it's raising the bar higher compared to the previous Global Talent. So if you just have the career in those sector and you being highly paid, that's great. But if you don't have those outstanding achievements, perhaps you're not likely to actually get the invitation. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I see you next video. Goodbye.